First off, a disclaimer. This video is about emulation. If you don't like emulation, then this video is certainly not for you. So click off the video if you just don't like emulation and you're a little bitch. Anyway, goodbye. MelonDS is amazing. Seriously, this is the best DS emulator ever. Now, I don't really cover a lot of this stuff on my channel. I really don't talk about stuff like this. But I've been wanting to make this video actually for a good while now because MelonDS is just one of the amazing emulators. It is so simple. It is so just amazing in what it does. And I just have to give a lot of praise to it. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Nintendo DS is actually my favorite video game console of all time. And to be honest with you guys, it is one of the reasons why I love video games so much. I used to have a DS and played like Sonic Rush Adventure, freaking Super Mario Brothers for the DS, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, Scooby-Doo Unmaxed, fuck shit. There's so many freaking games, and Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Oh my god, I just had so much great memories with the Nintendo DS, and that honestly needs its own video. But today I just wanted to talk about MelonDS and its amazing capabilities. This is a very simple DS emulator. Now, even though I'm a late bloomer with the internet, I will say that I've always been interested in DS emulation. I've had stuff from Dispume, I don't know how you said, Dispume or whatever the fuck, No Dollar GBA, and a couple other Nintendo DS emulators. Some of them actually making the DS games look like complete ass, some of them just lagging all over the place, and there's just like so many other DS emulators I could talk about that really don't get the job done. The one that I've actually had the most success with is actually Dispume, and it's actually a pretty okay emulator. Now, with that being said, there is a lot of other stuff wrong with it. There's a lot of emulation issues, and actually upscaling the goddamn, the games is actually a little bit of a trouble or whatever. But in all honesty, it has sufficed for the past couple of years for me. Now, in the past year or so, I've actually been experimenting with the likes of MelonDS. In all honesty, I didn't really like MelonDS at first because I thought it was too simplified. There was not a lot of features, apparently to me. And I didn't think that it just was enough for me to actually get excited over. Now, I think it was one time when I was just trying out some emulation or whatever, and I just wanted to play some game. Probably Kingdom Hearts 3 Fight over 2 days. I think that was the game that I was trying to emulate, and it just was not working with Dispume, and it was just absolutely terrible. So I popped in MelonDS, and oh my god, that was the day that Christ came back. But no, for real though, for real, this emulator is so awesome, and if there's one thing I love it for, first off, the emulation is absolutely amazing. I have never had any emulation problems. No stuttering, no lag, no audio stuff going on with it. Everything in this emulator is absolutely amazingly optimized, and it runs just as well as a freaking actual Nintendo DS, and even better in some cases, actually. For instance, did you guys know that with this emulator, I was able to do the pirate boss from Sonic Rush Adventure in 30 frames per second instead of 12?
I don't see how that's a good thing!
Like, that is just so amazing to me for some reason, because that boss fight has always been the most laggiest thing on the Nintendo DS for me. Not only that, you can actually upscale these games, and it just really shows how much, aliasing they actually put into DS games to make them run well. But man, once you enable anti-aliasing and upscale the resolution, oh my god, these games look so good. When I played Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, I was astounded by the fact that this basically looks like the PlayStation 2 version of Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, what? I can see Roxas's face. I can look at Axel and see that he has eyes. And of course, this works with other games too, like Sonic Rush, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, Super Mario 64 DS, and a bunch of others. Basically, any other game that you can think of that's actually not just exclusively sprite-based. Now, if we're talking about, games like Sonic Chronicles of Dark Brotherhood, now that's a completely different story because, honestly, these models don't really look that much better when you up-res it. I mean, I don't, hate this game. I think it's a pretty good game. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, but these models aren't doing it. But besides up-resing, the audio is absolutely so crisp. And in fact, there's a mode in this emulator where you can actually prioritize one screen over the other. Now, for the most part, I know that a lot of people are more into games on the DS where the top screen is the actual game, the bottom screen is like a map and all that other stuff. But I've always loved the Nintendo DS when it uses both screens for the gameplay and everything. Like games like Sonic Rush or Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, or all these other amazing, great games. And it's just an awesome demonstration of what the DS is really capable of. I mean, it's called the dual screen, right? Is that what it stands for? It's fucking Nintendo dual screen, whatever. Anyway, it's an amazing display. And when you're playing games like this and you show it on YouTube, it's kind of weird because you'll have like these big black bars on the side of the screen. But with this amazing feature, you can actually make it so that there's not that big of black bars, and you'll always see what the heck is going on. I mean, just all around, this emulator is absolutely amazing. I didn't really want to go into like the nitty gritty because, I'm not a programmer or anything like that. But I will say that I'm astounded with this, and this is my main emulator for, Nintendo DS stuff. And I just really love the amazing optimization this went into this. And I just wanted to shout this out because I don't think enough people talk about MelonDS. I think a lot of people still use Disumi. It's kind of weird because, I remember back when Discord was first becoming a thing, and it was obviously the better choice over Skype. People still use Skype for a long time until, everybody basically moved over to Discord, which is the better option in my opinion. And I feel like this is like the exact same situation. Disumi is just not as good as MelonDS. Disumi, okay, let's just be honest. Let's not throw too much shade, okay? Disumi got me through some rough times in my life, okay? Not gonna lie. I just needed sometimes to pop in that ROM of Sonic Rush Adventure and Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, and I was good. But in all honesty, after all these years, I have to understand that MelonDS is actually the better option. So with that being said, if you guys want to use an emulator for DS emulation, then I would definitely recommend MelonDS. MelonDS is just absolutely the best way that you guys can actually play any DS game, and I definitely do recommend it. I especially recommend it for games like Kingdom Hearts, and I do recommend it for more sprite-based games like I said before, and you might as well just go on ahead and give it a try. With that being said, this was a different kind of video. I never kind of really did any like emulation covered videos or videos that I just want to talk about cool things that I know about. But I feel like I should do a lot of this more. This is actually what I've wanted to make for a long time on this channel. And I hope you guys like it too, because this was kind of fun to do. So yeah, with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video and you want to see more, why not subscribe to this channel? Like this video if you also like it. If you guys also want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is KamyKam77, as well as my Discord, which is in the link in the description down below. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go on ahead and eat some noodles. I don't know. And I'm going to see you guys later. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good night or day when you're watching this. And as always, hasta